All right, we're gonna be performing the sumo squats. So, a big mistake I see people do is, let's say if the weight is right here, right? People wanna bring the weight to them this way, right? Don't do that, right? If the weight is there, you wanna go to the weight, right? You don't wanna pull the weight towards you, right? Because let's say if you have 60 pounds on the kettlebell and you pull that, trust me, you're gonna put a lot of pressure on those hips. You don't want that. You want to go to the kettlebell. Whenever it comes to weight, right, you got to respect the weight. You can't just grab it and pull it towards you and then perform the exercises. You're going to hurt yourself that way. So biggest thing is, if you see, let's say, a weight that you haven't tried that's heavier than what you usually get, instead of trying to pull it towards you, go to it, pick it up, like squat down wherever that weight is at and pick it up, right? That way you can actually feel how the weight feels, especially if you haven't lifted it before. But anyways, sumo squats. So you want to go wide, all right? Not too wide, but definitely wider than your hips. Your toes are going to be pointed slightly out. You're going to squat straight down, grab the handle, core is tight, push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, and then come up. You're going to inhale on the way down, exhale on the way back up. All right, so bring it as low as you can, and then push back up. Inhale on the way down once again, exhale on the way up. Now, one mistake that I see people do is on sumo squats. They get in position, they get the toes out, they squat down for it, they bring it up, but on the way down again, they like to lean forward. That's a big no-no. That's gonna hurt your lower back. And technically, you are doing kind of like RDLs, but you're doing some kind of fucked up RDLs. They're gonna fuck up your back. So on the way down, straight down, that's it. Push back up. The moment you go down and you start leaning forward, don't do it. Just come back up. All right? It doesn't matter if you don't reach the floor. If the kettlebell doesn't touch the floor, that's fine. All right, that's fine. You might not have the mobility, you might not have the flexibility to do it. That's perfectly fine. We're not working that. We're working the extra quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes. So don't worry about tapping the floor, right? As long as you're going down and you're getting the tension on the quads, on the glutes, on the hamstrings, and even some of the calves, you're good, right? Everybody's different. Age matters. Whether you already play sports matters. Whether you haven't worked out in days, weeks, months, years, right? All that matters. So do what you can do, right? You're gonna see some people tapping the floor, some people don't. In all honesty, me personally, I don't like tapping the floor only because I keep all the tension on the muscles the whole time, right? So that's a little cheat code there. If you want to see the maximum growth, maximum improvement on your squats, sumo squats, don't tap the floor. Now, get as close as possible to the floor, but don't let the kettlebell tap the floor. And watch how your gains are gonna improve.